Hello and welcome to our second episode of Living Football in 2022. And we are about to welcome a very special guest who is without a doubt one of the best African footballers of all time. He participated in 3 FIFA World Cups with Cote d'Ivoire and he defined an era at Chelsea FC, who just won the FIFA Club World Cup in Abu Dhabi. So congratulations. We had the chance to speak to the 2-time African Footballer of the Year, who is now a WHO Goodwill Ambassador for Sport and Health before the final. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking forward to Didier Drogba. He has been in the United Arab Emirates, where the FIFA Club World Cup has just taken place, and he's tuned in to us from there. So thank you so much for taking your time, Didier. You have been WHO Goodwill Ambassador for Sport and Health since last year. Which topics are important to you when it comes to young people's health?
Well, when it comes to young people's health, I think there's a lot of topics that can be addressed, but being active, moving, doing some sports, I think is one of the most important things, because I believe that movement is life, and the more you move, the more you stay active, the better you feel and the healthier you are.
You have a long track record of participating in various health campaigns, such as healthy lifestyles, anti-malaria, HIV prevention and control. So it's great that you are taking on so much responsibility. What would you like to achieve?
Well, what I want to achieve by participating in all these different campaigns is to raise awareness and to use my, popularity to spread good messages and to explain to people who see us as inspiration, as legends, to send them messages so they can take care of their lives.
In Abu Dhabi, the focus is on Act Together for equal access to COVID-19 vaccines. How important is unity and messaging when it comes to health?
Well, I think it's very important to unite and to have the same message for everyone all around the world, even for the less fortunate, because a life is still a life, even if you are less fortunate or you are more lucky in your life. I think a life is so important. So to reduce the gaps between those countries who are lucky to have all the scientists, all the people who created this vaccine, I think it's important that we share all together the same philosophy, because this is not a disease or a virus that kills only people in one part of the world, but it's a virus it really affected everywhere in the world and everyone.
Didier, you shaped an era at Chelsea FC, played there for almost a decade. You won the UEFA Champions League, just like the current team last summer. What other parallels do you see between this team today to your active time?
It's very difficult to compare those generations of players and my generation, where but the most important thing for me, and I think for all the guys that I saw, John Terry, Peter Cech, I saw them 2 days ago, they are really proud of our legacy, and what we did inspired those players now. And the best thing, one of the most funniest things that I've seen is Mason Mount, running like this with the cup, after the final. It means that he was there at the stadium, or he was in front of his screen watching us and watching me, and then in a way I inspired him, and these are memories that were in his head after the final. So he's trying to reproduce it, and it makes me really happy, and I'm really happy for the team, for the manager, because they achieved such an excellent result by winning the Champions League, and it's good to see the club back again at the top of the European scene.
Didier Drogba. Thank you so much for taking your time. All the best, and we hope to see you soon here in Zurich. Coming back to the FIFA Club World Cup, the winner of the trophy was the 11th different club to win the title, and it was the 5th time that the trophy was lifted in the United Arab Emirates.
Lukaku! Romelu Lukaku makes the breakthrough for Chelsea. Looked like there might have been grounds for a handball appeal in the penalty area. And Palmeiras are right back in the FIFA Club World Cup final. And at the end of 90 minutes, it is all squared. Oh, look at the arm out there from Luan. Penalty to Chelsea. Havertz puts it in. Chelsea are the Club World Cup champions.
And yes, we've seen attractive games. So whilst the tournament was back in the United Arab Emirates, FIFA is working with its regional office and the member association to make sure that football is being further developed on a daily basis. In Dubai, for example, FIFA Forward funding was invested to light up UAE's football future.
UAE benefits from the FIFA Forward program. We have already established a good relation on having one of the projects being done, which is the floodlights projects. Actually, we're working together now with FIFA on renovating our training centers. We are planning to establish an education center, which is an infrastructure project aligned with our strategy 2038. It will focus on our capacity and manpower on the technical and managerial side.
We have a really amazing facility in UAE, and this support us especially in developing our kids and players, as we have under 14 players and we need to continue developing them in passing and receiving, and this kind of training session needs a good facilities, a good grounds, a good pitch, a good equipment as well.
ما في شك نشكر القائمين في خصوص مشروع فيفا فورورد من خلال تقديم الدعم لجميع الاتحادات، وللأمانة نحن في اتحاد الإمارات لكرة القدم استفدنا في الدورة الأولى في تطوير الإضاءة، والتي ساعدتنا في تنفيذ برامجنا المتنوعة التي خدمت جميع ممارسين لعبة كرة القدم.
Within our culture, we are adopting a European structure within the FA that we believe will translate onto the pitch in terms of having a European style of play, which consists of a higher intensity game when the game conditions obviously allow. Projects within this domain include nutrition plans for players, position-specific programs that focus on bringing the best out of a player. We know that a centre-back does not train like a striker and vice versa. So it's our duty to ensure that they eat what is beneficial to them in terms of what their body can take in, but as well as that, what their position requires of them. We use physical data to ensure that we can make the most of their physical performance. We need to expose our younger kids, our most talented kids, all the way up to the national teams, the first national team. We need to expose them in terms of going out on loan, playing in different cultures, different countries that can improve their technical, mental and physical capabilities, because at the end of the day it acts as a catalyst for them to return back home to the UAE, where we can aspire in achieving our objectives.
FIFA is providing always a contact with us, and they are always positive in developing this kind of generations, because always we know the starting of football and the players start from grassroots and going to the academies under 40s and above. So with good development and the techniques and tactics of those players will support us to have a good players in future. So FIFA always providing us seminars, training sessions, workshops and the courses for the coaches, because the target always develop the coaches, so good coaches will have always a good players.
Looks like a bright future. And this project is just one of many FIFA or the FIFA Foundation are supporting, developing and funding all over the world. In our next Living Football episode, we will be on location when we are going to feature the first ever African School Champions Cup in the Democratic Republic of Congo. FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samura had signed the MOU last year, saying that FIFA is committed to working with the African Union and CAF to play its part in not only raising the levels of African football, but in providing opportunities through football to the many children throughout the continent who have none. Not even a year later, boys and girls representing schools across 6 of Africa's member associations will be heading to the tournament in Kinshasa, and twice CAF African Cup of Nations winner Hervé Renard has told us of the major benefits that the tournament can bring.
C'est important de se développer. Quand on est enfant, j'en ai fait partie. Pour beaucoup d'entre eux, un rêve, c'est de devenir footballeur professionnel. Et si vous demandez à des petits enfants africains, c'est la même chose. C'est partir pour jouer dans les plus grands clubs en Europe, comme les ambassadeurs aujourd'hui du football africain, que sont Sadio Mané, Mohamed Salah, maintenant un gardien de but du Sénégal, Mendy, qui est un des meilleurs gardiens au monde maintenant. Donc ce sont des ambassadeurs fantastiques pour les petits jeunes africains. Donc il faut leur donner cette chance, et sur tous les continents, on a la chance d'avoir un sport plus que populaire. Hein. Je pense que le football, c'est quelque chose qui nous fait vibrer. Et le développer, toujours penser à ce qui peut rendre meilleurs les joueurs, c'est quelque chose de fabuleux. Hein.
That's it for today's episode. So see you again in Kinshasa. We are looking forward to the first ever African School Champions Cup in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Till then, stay healthy and bye-bye.